So this is Waterfall Gorge on Mount Greville. You can see there, pretty steep sides on it. Palm trees, I don't know if you can see those. Lots of palm trees in here, it's quite narrow. Only just started off in here. This is not far from the start there. I don't know if you can see that over my shoulder. I'm already out of breath. I'm already bloody knackered. I must be well out of shape. But we're going to head up here onto the summit and then down another gorge called Palm Gorge, which is meant to be narrower than this, so it should be quite good. So I'm enjoying it so far. It's quite a bit of scrambling. So you can see on here all this debris where it's come down off when the water's been flowing through here. It's pretty good. I guess in the summer when it's the rainy season, this will be full. So I don't know, probably the winters are probably the type to do this. But no, you can see the steep sides. I'm guessing it's quite dangerous in here because some rocks just came crashing down just behind me. I thought it was someone coming up behind me knocking rocks in the riverbed, but when I turn around there's a rock flying down the side of the gorge. So lucky I wasn't just back 20 metres. So some cracking scrambling in this gorge. As long as you don't mind climbing rocks, it's pretty cool, pretty good. We're heading up there. I always say we, I mean me. I'm always on my own. So, man. Camera jolting all over the place there, trying to pull up. I tell you, I'm so out of shape. Oh, there's a little cave bit in there. It's not really, but a bit of shelter for an animal or something. So it's quite dark and really cool in here, but you can see up on towards the summit there, the sun's actually out. It'll be quite warm up there, I would guess. It was warm when I started, ish. You hear I'm still panting quite a bit. This is actually quite hard to get up, holding a camera in your hand. There is an easier way to go up, just across to my left, but it's not as fun. That's better. That's nice. Coming into a little palm grove there. Lots of dead palms laying around. See the sun at the top. So I'm coming up this way. There was a there was a branch in the track there, and reading the notes, you're not to go right. So I've kept up against this rock face here. I think if you go right, it takes you up there somewhere, it looks like. So as I say, I've read in the notes that you just keep this wall to your left, keep left on in the gorge all the time on any breaks that go off. So it's a little bit steep, that bit of a pull up, and it's pretty narrow just through here, but it's still good fun. So I don't know if you can see, there's a nice waterfall down there, if there was water in it. It's kind of a nice smooth chute running down here. I tried to get a bit closer, but I grabbed hold of this massive tree for a bit of stability, and it's not attached to anything. So it's lucky I didn't put all my weight on it. Now, which way am I going to tackle it? That looks like the easiest way, but I reckon there's a little, you can go under this boulder and up, I reckon. I'm going to try that way. It's not the obvious way, but it looks okay, that. It's pretty steep there. There's some steep cliffs coming up. Yeah, this looks like a good way. More or less. As long as this massive boulder doesn't fall on my head. Yep, that was a cinch. Just came up through this gap here, across here. There's a big boulder we were below. I was below. And then head up through this gorge where all these palm trees are. Now we're below some real steep cliffs. Wow, that's impressive. As before, I'm totally buggered. Whew. After I was ill after my last big walk, I've been struggling a bit. Still not thinking I'm right, and my knees are hurting today. So I've got the old poles, I don't know if you saw them on my back. Can you see the cliffs up there? It's pretty cool. I've just come from down there. So I don't know if you can see it, it's starting to get pretty steep now. It drops right off down there. And up ahead, coming up here, hopefully it'll level out soon. Once it levels out, I believe you can like move, I think it's to the right up the top here, and there's a big slab of rock somewhere with some cracking views apparently. So not too long, just this last little push hopefully. Still not a long way, a good bit off the summit though. That's quite a big tree. It's quite impressive, that. Whoa, bloody hell. Hazards of trying to video and not looking where you're going. Nearly fell back down that bit. Lucky it was only a couple of feet high. Whew. I think we're nearly at the top of this, not too far to go. Starting to level out a little bit, slightly. We are practically out of the gorge now. You can see it looks pretty level up here. And the other thing was, which can be a bit of a hint, a bit of a breeze started back down there. There's a bit of a wind. That's often an indication that you're coming to the top of something. All the protection from below's starting to go. So yeah, I've got a map on me, but there's no real need for it here, to be honest. Otherwise I could look, see if I'm near the top, but I'll just keep plodding on. So there's a gorge I've just come out of. You can see all the hills all over there. Wow, it's pretty nice. I think, I'm not sure, I'm guessing the rock slabs over here. I'm going to go and take a look anyway. If nothing else, we might get a good look over there. Good view, I mean. The sun's so bright I can hardly see where I'm going here. Probably see the hills right in the background there. Don't know if this is the right way, but there's some nice views up here. I'll go back if it's not. There's a myna bird going mental over there. Oh, I went there, took the wrong route. God, it's like another little world in here. I reckon in the summer this would be a nice place to see some snakes in here. I don't think this is the way, to be honest, but we'll carry on and have a look. Go up this way. That's the summit up there, I think. So looks like we probably head up here, and then we go over the back of that and drop down the other side, and there's another gorge down the other side. Same thing, back down. So I'd say this is a slab that I'm coming up against, unless it's up there somewhere, but this is, I would call this like a slab. Ooh. Ooh. Bit of a pull up there. Where do we go? Go around this edge. I guess it's a little exposed if you don't like heights. Oh yeah, this is definitely the slab. That is what I call a slab. Another gorge going in there. There's the dam. There's a nice rock pinnacle just over here, which we'll go and see. Ooh, it's quite steep actually. There we go, look at that. That's quite impressive. A few nice little gorges running up in here, up to the summit there. Wow, that is cool. I didn't think I'd have this place to myself. Because the car park at 8:15 was full of cars. Whew. Don't know if you can see there's quite a drop down there as well. So you've got to be pretty careful on here. But fantastic. Look at the hills in the background. Don't know if you can see there's another rock pinnacle sticking up there as well, rock pillar. It's pretty good. So it's all part of the Great Dividing Range over here. That runs up the, as I've said before, right up the east coast of Australia, 3,500 kilometres. Right, I'm going to have something to eat. What time is it? 9:20. Might have a lunch. Just so impressive looking through there. Pretty cool. There's a summit up there. The track isn't very distinct up here, as you'll see. It's not too bad, but you do have to keep your eye on it, because it does fade away and dip round corners. But yeah, just picking my way up. I'm not too out of breath because I've just stopped for a break. This little track wasn't so obvious. Not too bad once you spot it, but I nearly walked straight past it. Kind of swings off to the left just after that last little bit that I spoke to camera. So we head round here apparently. I mean, I could be totally wrong. And then yeah, somewhere it branches off to the right, and that's the track. Apparently if you miss that one, that's the well, mainly coming down, you don't want to miss it, because that's the turn you've got to make back in the other gorge. Yeah, you can see here the path isn't that obvious. So still getting some nice views over there, and I'm still out of breath. But yeah, we should start heading to the summit soon. It's apparently quite steep, the last pull up. Staying on the rocks, make it a bit easier. There we go. Hopefully this dead cat thing I've got on the mic, which is like a big furry ball, is blocking out the wind sound, because it is a bit windy up here. First time I've used it, so, but it's bouncing around on the camera. There we go, stood on top of the summit cairn. You don't get the cairns on these summits very often, but definitely the view isn't as good here as on the slab. Ooh. Pretty much in the trees. Oh, and a couple of people there. Gonna go and have a look down there. There's a ledge down there. So that's on the summit now, just on a little ledge here. Got the old windproof on because it is a bit chilly. Probably see that's the Great Divided Range in the background there, over towards Cunningham's Gap. Nice spot over there. And I'm going to sneeze, I think. Lovely. Oh, coronavirus. But yeah, you can probably see the trees up the back here. They're swaying around quite a bit with the old wind. It's actually quite sheltered where I am here. Nice. So I'm just going to grab another bite to eat and head off down. So I've taken a little detour off the main track, which is just over there. So it said if you keep an eye out for a tiny little track off to your right, there's like a little gorge to come and see. So that's just down in here, just like a little narrow gorge. Quite nice, worth a detour of a couple of seconds. It's windy though, it's windy, got the old windproof on and I'm a bit chilly. So this looks like the fork down into Palm Gorge. It's a handy cairn there, wherever it is. So I'm going to head down that way to Palm Gorge. But apparently if you walk up this way for a couple of minutes, there's some nice views. This is the way down to the southeast ridge. And there's I think it's called a moon rock garden or something up down here, whatever that is. But we're going to have a look. That's not bad little view there. I don't know what this moon rock garden thing is, but I guess it's just the rocks that are up here. I'm going to be dropping down there into that gorge, but I've got to go back up there to do it. There's the summit. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So dropping down into Palm Gorge here. It's yeah, you can see the palm trees all in there. Doesn't look that much narrower than the other gorge, but we'll see. Probably have to stop videoing here because I can guarantee I'll fall over because it's quite loose, the ground. Every time I turn the camera off, I want to film something else. Look at this nice little palm grove here. This is like this all the way down, I believe. Pretty cool. Just going to follow it around. There's bloody things creaking and crashing all in here. Hope nothing falls down because it is pretty windy up outside of the gorge. So hopefully nothing will come down. Or if it does, I hope it misses me. So a bit deeper into Palm Gorge now. Palms are swaying around, there's a breeze picking up. It's a bit narrower here as well, as you can see. So I've got to show you this. Look at these roots here. I don't know if that's a tree or that's roots, but it's just clinging all the way to the rock, all the way up. It's bloody amazing. There's two of them there. I reckon it's roots from another tree that's up there somewhere. Amazing. It's a beautiful place. This is one of the best walks I've done in a long while. So here's another of these roots, but you can see this is actually a tree that's obviously started down here, and it's it's not enough, doesn't get enough sun obviously in here, so it's adapted to its surroundings and climbed all the way up so it can get some sunlight. That's pretty amazing, as I always say. I'm amazed by these things. Let's go and have a look over here. Over this big log. I might walk over the top of this actually. So I'm just going to walk over this log for no other reason other than it's here. And look up into the gorge here. Oh, little gully rather. Nice and sunny up there. It's windy though. It's a bit chilly in the gully though, in the gorge. Nice big boulder field here. going right up. That'll be up to the going up to the southeast ridge, I guess. It's a fair way up there. We like to come in here in the summer though. All these palm leaves, I reckon, could hide a few of the old snakes, which I like to see, but I don't want to tread on one. So that's me out the gorge now. It's still pretty windy. It's increased since I started. The track's pretty good here though. I'm hoping my little mic, dead cat mic covers, giving me good sound here. But you can see the track's pretty good now. So I can start using these little babies, because my knees are starting to hurt now. That's why I don't do as much as I should do, and why I'm not as fit as I should be. Anyway, hopefully be back in the car soon, and then off to Arachula, which is a small town just near here, where it's just a village really. Get a nice coffee. There's a few more cars in the car park than when I came here. So it's lucky I got here early. I'm surprised I didn't see more people. I didn't see that many when I was out there. So we'll head off, go and get a coffee now. Cars. There we go, there's Mount Greville up there. Just swung the car around, you can see that. So we've just been up that side a bit as well, and then back down the other side. Music courtesy of Beluga Lagoon, good Scottish band. Make some good outdoor films as well. A plug for them there. Coffee time. Well, I was going to finish this off in the cafe as an end to my adventure, but it's absolutely mobbed with people in there, so I am going to feel stupid if I do it in there, so I'm going to finish it in my car. That's if I can even get a coffee. There might be too many people in there, in which case I'll go somewhere else. Anyway, that's it for today. Another top adventure.